Number 1. Morocco Mystical Kingdom at the Continental Crossroads. Can you imagine a country where snow-capped mountain peaks stand just a few hours' drive from endless golden sand dunes, where the roaring Atlantic Ocean meets the calm Mediterranean Sea, and only a narrow strait separates it from Europe? That country is Morocco, a mystical kingdom in the northwest corner of Africa, a vibrant cultural crossroads between Africa, Europe, and the Arab world. Let's explore this colorful land together. Morocco occupies a strategic location bordering both the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea, facing Europe across the Strait of Gibraltar. Its geography is incredibly diverse, creating an irresistible appeal. In the north lie the rugged Rif Mountains, while the central region is dominated by the majestic Atlas Mountains. The coastline features fertile plains, and the south gradually transitions into semi-desert before merging with the vast Sahara Desert. The High Atlas is known as the Roof of Morocco, crowned by Mount Toubkal at 4,167 meters, the highest peak in North Africa. Thanks to this, Morocco is far more than just golden sand and camels. It also boasts snow-covered mountains, long coastlines, lush valleys, and hidden oases. Morocco's climate is a unique mosaic. Along the Atlantic and Mediterranean coasts, the weather is mild with wet winters and dry summers. Inland temperature variations become more extreme. High mountain areas are cold, while the south experiences intense aridity influenced by the desert. The Atlas Mountains act as a natural water tower, capturing winter snow and supplying precious water to the lower regions. However, the country also faces serious challenges from drought and unstable water resources. This harsh environment has shaped its people into resilient, resourceful, and creative communities. Historically, Morocco is not merely an Arab land. Long before the arrival of Islam in the 8th century, it was home to the indigenous Amazigh people, also known as Berbers, a resilient native population. The rise of local dynasties such as the Idrisid, Almoravid, Almohad Marinid, and Saadian transformed Morocco into a major center of the Maghreb region. These dynasties left profound legacies in architecture, religion, trade, and military affairs. The ancient cities of Fez, Marrakesh, and Meknes, along with the volubilis ruins, stand as living proof of layered civilizations: Roman, Amazigh, Islamic, Andalusian, and European influences. Today, UNESCO recognizes many World Heritage Sites in Morocco, including the Medina of Fez, Medina of Marrakesh, Ait Ben Haddou, Volubilis, and Rabat. In the 20th century, Morocco went through periods of French and Spanish protectorate before gaining independence in 1956. Since then, the country has entered the modern era while maintaining a unique identity, deeply rooted in ancient traditions yet continuously adapting and integrating with the modern world. With its rich geography, diverse climate, and profound historical depth, Morocco is a captivating destination for anyone who loves discovery. A land that is both mysterious and welcoming, waiting for you to explore. Number 2. Moroccan women, a vivid symbol of the blend between tradition and modernity. Moroccan women represent one of the clearest images of the intersection between tradition and modernity in the country. In daily life, they are often closely tied to family, the kitchen handicrafts, local markets, and community rituals. However, viewing them solely through a traditional lens would be incomplete. Moroccan history proudly records Fatima al-Fihri, the woman who founded the University of Al-Qarawiyyin in Fez in the 9th century, one of the oldest centers of learning in the Islamic world. This shows that the role of Moroccan women has long extended far beyond the domestic sphere, reaching into the realms of knowledge, religion, and cultural heritage. Building on this historical foundation, Moroccan women today continue to uphold many core values of their community. A prime example is the production of argan oil in the southwest of the country. UNESCO has recognized the knowledge and skills associated with the argan tree as intangible cultural heritage of humanity, with rural women playing a pivotal role from harvesting the fruit, cracking the nuts, to extracting the oil using traditional methods. Argan oil is not only a world-renowned beauty product, but also an important source of livelihood for many families. Yet behind the glamorous image of the cosmetics industry lie real challenges: drought caused by climate change, market pressures, and dependence on intermediaries, which mean many women still do not receive fair value for their labor. It is precisely from these contradictions that Moroccan women have become a symbol of a society undergoing profound transformation. The 2004 reform of the Family Code Mudawana was a historic step forward, expanding women's rights in marriage, divorce, and child custody. In recent years, discussions on further legal reforms have continued, reflecting efforts to balance religious traditions, family structures, and gender equality. Nevertheless, the gap between the law on paper and everyday reality remains significant. According to the World Bank, the rate of Moroccan women participating in the labor force remains low and has even declined compared to 2 decades ago. Beyond changes in the legal and economic spheres, Moroccan women have also asserted themselves strongly in other fields. The Moroccan women's national football team made a major impact by reaching the knockout stage of the 2023 Women's World Cup in their debut appearance, a historic milestone, not only in sports, but also as clear evidence of women's increasingly prominent presence on the international stage. In summary, when speaking about Moroccan women, we should not limit ourselves to images of headscarves, kitchens, or argan oil cooperatives. They are both guardians of tradition and powerful drivers of change. In a harsh land, they quietly create value, identity, and new hope for the country's future. Number 3. Moroccan lifestyle, community, tradition, and adaptation. From the image of Moroccan women, those who both preserve tradition and serve as drivers of change, we can broaden our perspective on the people and lifestyle of this country. One of the most distinctive features of Morocco is its rich and harmonious cultural blend: indigenous Amazigh, Berber, Arab, Islamic, Andalusian, African, and European influences. The 2011 Constitution recognizes Arabic and Tamazight, the Berber language, as the 2 official languages. In daily life, people also use Darija, Moroccan, Arabic, French, and in some border regions, Spanish. This multi-layered linguistic reality clearly reflects Morocco's position as a cultural crossroads, not entirely Middle Eastern, nor fully sub-Saharan African or European. Moroccan lifestyle stands out for its strong sense of community and genuine hospitality. A hot glass of mint tea is more than just a drink. It is an important social ritual used to welcome guests, open conversations, and show respect. Meals are typically shared with couscous tagine or bread placed in the center for everyone to enjoy together. The family remains at the heart of life. Many important decisions are not merely personal, but involve honor kinship and the wider community. Compared to many modern societies that emphasize individualism, life in Morocco maintains a more connected and communal rhythm. Daily life in Morocco still preserves many vibrant traditional spaces. In the ancient Medinas, people shop in the souks, navigate narrow alleyways, and live amidst the echoes of the call to prayer, the aroma of spices, the sounds of artisans, and lively bargaining. The hammam, public bathhouse, is not only a place for hygiene, but also a social space for meeting, chatting, and maintaining community bonds. However, these traditional elements are also facing strong pressure from modernity. In the context of severe drought caused by climate change, many hammams have had to close for several days a week to conserve water, showing how traditional lifestyles are directly impacted by environmental challenges. What makes Morocco special is that its people constantly live between two forces, preserving their identity while adapting to the new era. In major cities like Casablanca and Rabat, urban life, education, commerce, and technology are developing rapidly. In contrast, in the Atlas Mountains rural areas and arid regions, people still depend heavily on seasonal rains, traditional agriculture, and crafts. The World Bank has noted that Morocco has made significant progress in poverty reduction over recent decades. Yet regional disparities, youth unemployment, and the urban-rural divide remain major challenges. It is within this context that Moroccans have forged a unique identity, hospitable yet pragmatic, rooted in tradition, yet flexible, facing many natural pressures, but skillfully transforming mint tea souk markets, cuisine, music, and handicrafts into enduring and vibrant cultural values. Number 4. The charm of Moroccan culture, fusion, and vibrant life. You know, Moroccan culture isn't tucked away in museums or dusty old books. It's alive and breathing in the everyday lives of its people. And if you want to truly understand this country's culture, just look at Moroccan women. Those who skillfully preserve the kitchen, traditional crafts, and family rituals while also carrying a powerful desire for change. What makes Morocco so special is its incredibly rich cultural fusion. It's a meeting point of indigenous Amazigh Berber identity, Arab heritage, Islamic traditions, Andalusian legacy, African influences, and subtle European touches. The 2011 Constitution recognizes both Arabic and Tamazight, the Berber language, as official languages, clear proof of the country's multi-layered identity. That's why Moroccan culture isn't one single color, but more like a beautifully woven carpet, made from thousands of threads of history, language, and belief. One of the things travelers remember most is the warm hospitality. In Morocco, a hot glass of mint tea isn't just a drink. It's a sacred social ritual. When guests arrive, the host pours tea as a sign of respect, affection, and family honor. Meals are also deeply communal. Fragrant tagine, fluffy couscous, or fresh bread is placed in the center for everyone to share. In a modern world that often celebrates individualism, Morocco still preserves a heartfelt sense of connection through family-shared tables and genuine conversations. Especially captivating is the vibrant street culture. Imagine standing in Jemaa El Fna Square in Marrakesh, a space recognized by UNESCO as intangible cultural heritage of humanity. This isn't a static monument. It's a living stage filled with storytellers, musicians, spice-scented air laughter, and lively bargaining. Moroccan culture isn't just for looking at, it's meant to be heard, smelled, participated in, and deeply felt. That's why Morocco leaves such a strong impression. It has the remarkable ability to turn harsh conditions into a unique identity. The desert builds resilience. The ancient souks sharpen the art of communication, and family strengthens bonds. Everyday details like a glass of mint tea, hand-woven carpets, and the way people treat one another have created a culture that is both deeply rooted and full of life, beautifully bridging thousand-year-old traditions with the pulse of the modern world. Number 5. Morocco, a land of vibrant festivals between desert sands and ancient cities. If Moroccan culture and customs are special for remaining alive in every glass of mint tea, souk markets, and community rituals, then festivals are when this identity shines most brightly. Festivals in Morocco are not just for entertainment or attracting tourists. They are deeply connected to tribal memory, religious beliefs, seasonal cycles, and humanity's ability to adapt to harsh nature. Unlike many other countries, Moroccan festivals are not separate from daily life. They unfold right in public squares, deserts, mountain villages, ancient cities, and sacred spaces where people celebrate while passing down the history of their communities. One of the most representative festivals is Mousem Tantan in southwest Morocco. According to UNESCO, this is an annual gathering of Saharan nomadic communities, bringing together more than 30 tribes from southern Morocco and other parts of northwest Africa. The festival is not only about trade, music, poetry, camel riding, and goods exchange, but also an important occasion for tribes to maintain social ties, transmit Hassani cultural memory, and preserve their nomadic way of life. In a modern world where nomadic lifestyles are shrinking, Musem Tantan has become a living symbol that helps preserve the soul of the desert. Morocco is also renowned for its distinctive music and performance festivals. Nawa is a tradition that blends music, Sufi rituals, spiritual healing, and the memory of communities with roots in the history of migration and slavery in North Africa. UNESCO has recognized Nawa as an important part of Morocco's multi-layered cultural identity. In addition, Tabarida, also known as Fantasia, is a horseback performance art that recreates ancient military parades. Teams of riders line up, neatly gallop at full speed, and fire guns simultaneously into the air, a spectacular display that embodies honor, discipline, and the warrior spirit of Arab Amazi tradition. Besides major festivals, Morocco has many seasonal celebrations close to everyday life. A notable example is the Cherry Festival in Sefrou, held every June for 3 days. Locals celebrate the beauty of nature and local culture through ripe red cherries, parades, music, and the crowning of the Cherry Queen. It's fascinating how a small fruit can become a powerful symbol of community unity. From the sands of Tantan, the rhythms of Nawa, the majestic Fantasia performances to the Cherry Festival and Sefrou, Moroccan festivals clearly show one thing. Even in harsh conditions, people skillfully transform nature, historical memory, and religious faith into vibrant cultural identities, preserving ancient traditions while continuing to adapt to the modern world. Number 6. Where culture comes alive in every dish. In Morocco, culture is not only seen through clothing, architecture, festivals, or ancient markets. It is also felt most clearly when people sit down around a shared meal, pour a glass of mint tea, break a piece of bread, and share food with family members or even strangers. For Moroccans, cuisine is not simply about eating. It is a way of expressing hospitality, connection, and the memories of many generations. Moroccan cuisine is special because it does not belong to a single cultural influence. Instead, it is a refined blend of indigenous Amazigh traditions, Arab culture, Andalusian heritage, Jewish influences, the Mediterranean, and the Sahara. This is the result of centuries of cultural exchange, creating dishes with many layers of flavor, sweet, savory, and rich with fragrant spices, but not necessarily as intensely spicy as many people often imagine. Two of the most iconic dishes are couscous and tagine. Couscous is more than just a meal. It is an important social tradition across North Africa. UNESCO has inscribed the knowledge, skills, and practices of producing, preparing, and consuming couscous as intangible cultural heritage shared by Algeria, Mauritania, Morocco, and Tunisia. In Morocco, couscous is closely tied to family meals, festive gatherings, and communal life. Tagine, on the other hand, is a slow-cooked stew prepared in a distinctive clay pot with a conical lid, harmoniously combining meat, vegetables, dried fruits, olives, preserved lemons, and spices. What sets Moroccan cuisine apart is its masterful use of spices to create depth rather than just strong aromas. Ingredients like turmeric, ginger, cinnamon, saffron, dill, coriander, mint, preserved lemons, olives, and dried fruits are commonly used. This results in delightful contrasts: meat paired with dried apricots or prunes, salty flavors balanced with sweetness, and hot stews refreshed with fresh herbs. A classic example is pastilla, a thin, crispy pastry filled with meat or poultry, lightly flavored with cinnamon and a touch of sweetness. Moroccan cuisine is also deeply connected to religion, seasons, and family life. Harira, a hearty soup made with tomatoes, beans, pasta, or flour, is traditionally served to break the fast during Ramadan. Mint tea remains an eternal symbol of hospitality. Offering tea is not just about serving a drink, but an invitation into a warm, intimate family space. Especially unique is argan oil, Morocco's liquid gold. UNESCO recognizes the argan tree as endemic to southwest Morocco, and its oil is widely used in cooking traditional medicine and cosmetics. In summary, Moroccan cuisine is not only delicious in taste. Every dish carries a story of geography, climate migration history, religion, and the remarkable ability to transform harsh conditions into a refined art of living. That is why Moroccan food has become an inseparable part of the country's rich cultural identity. Number 7. Morocco, where ancient cities, snow-capped mountains, and deserts coexist. The magic of Morocco is that you can experience many different worlds in just one trip. In the morning, you can get lost in a 1,000-year-old ancient Medina. By afternoon, you're standing in the middle of an endless desert. And by evening, you're watching a fiery red sunset over towering sand dunes. No other country gives you such a powerful feeling of time travel. Let's start with the ancient Medinas, the beating heart of Morocco. Fez and Marrakesh are not just old towns. They are living labyrinths filled with the calls of vendors, the pungent smell of tanning leather, the rhythmic hammering of artisans, and narrow alleys that feel like stepping straight into history. This is where UNESCO has recognized numerous World Heritage Sites: the Medina of Fez, Medina of Marrakesh, Meknes Essaouira, and more. Every corner tells stories of dynasties' trade routes and the art of living that have endured for centuries. But what truly leaves visitors in awe is Ait Ben Haddou, a masterpiece of earthen architecture at the foot of the Atlas Mountains. This isn't a cold stone fortress. It's an entire red-hued village sculpted from desert earth. Thick walls, sturdy watchtowers, and tightly packed houses create a scene straight out of a movie. And yes, it has appeared in many famous films. It was once a vital stop on the ancient trans-Saharan trade route, witnessing countless caravans carrying gold, salt, and spices. Then your heart will be captured by Chefchaouen, the enchanting blue city, nestled in the Rif Mountains. Its streets, painted in serene shades of blue, create a peaceful, almost spiritual atmosphere that feels worlds away from the bustling energy of Marrakesh. Locals say the blue isn't just for beauty, it also holds spiritual meaning and helps keep mosquitoes away. And just when you think you've seen it all, the desert opens a whole new chapter. Erg Shebi, near Merzouga, with sand dunes rising up to 150 meters, transports you into a world of camels, campfire nights, star-filled skies, and the humbling feeling of being tiny in front of nature's grandeur. In short, Morocco's landmarks are not just beautiful, they tell stories. Each place is a different chapter in the same grand book about cultural fusion, resilience, and breathtaking diversity. When you come here, you don't just travel, you truly get to live the culture. If you're planning a trip to Morocco, drop a comment with the destination you're most excited about. I'll prepare more useful tips just for you. Number 8. The economic gateway between Europe, Africa, and the world. You think Morocco is only about deserts, ancient souks, and red earthen walls. Think again. Behind that timeless beauty is a Morocco rapidly transforming itself, becoming one of the most dynamic economies in North Africa, where the past and future meet in the most surprising ways. What makes Morocco special is its ability to take full advantage of its natural crossroads location. Sitting right next to Europe across the Strait of Gibraltar, the country is not just a tourist destination. It is becoming a vital logistics bridge between Europe, Africa, and the rest of the world. The clearest proof is Tangier Med Port, one of the most modern container ports in the Mediterranean. In 2025, it handled over 11 million containers and connects to more than 180 ports worldwide. Thanks to this, Morocco is no longer just a stopover, but a key link in the global supply chain. One of the biggest game changers is the automotive industry. Morocco has skillfully attracted giants like Renault and Stellantis. The Stellantis plant in Kenitra is being expanded to reach an annual capacity of 535,000 vehicles. In 2024, car exports hit a record high of over $17 billion. What's exciting is that Morocco is not just assembling cars. It is preparing for the electric vehicle future and positioning itself as an important production hub for the European market. Morocco is also surprising the world in aerospace. With nearly 150 companies in the sector, it generates over 17,000 direct jobs and around $2.6 billion in exports. This proves that a North African country can absolutely participate in high-tech value chains. And in the face of severe drought, Morocco is turning challenges into opportunities through clean energy. With its abundant sunshine and wind, the country is emerging as a leader in green transformation in Africa. The World Bank has supported hundreds of millions of dollars for pumped storage hydropower and renewable energy projects, helping Morocco reduce emissions and build a sustainable future. Finally, the Digital Morocco 2030 strategy is accelerating e-government startups, AI, and digital technology, aiming to turn Morocco into a tech hub for Africa. Today, Morocco is no longer just the land of deserts and ancient heritage. It is a nation skillfully combining strategic location, modern industry, green energy, and digital transformation to write an ambitious new chapter. A Morocco that is both timeless and forward-looking and moving forward very fast. Number 9. Beautiful to tourists, pressured in daily life. Morocco is changing rapidly from modern seaports and the automotive industry to clean energy and digital transformation. But behind this picture of development lies a question that feels much closer to ordinary people. Is everyday life truly becoming easier? What makes the cost of living in Morocco distinctive is its clear contrast. For tourists or high-income foreigners, Morocco can feel relatively comfortable and attractive. But for many local people, especially young workers, women farmers, and rural residents, the cost of living remains a real burden. Morocco has the advantage of having an overall cost of living that is much lower than in many European countries. Eating at local markets using public transportation and living within a traditional family-based lifestyle can significantly reduce expenses. This is why many foreigners, especially European retirees, see Morocco as a place where living costs are more manageable. However, the average income of Moroccan people is still much lower, so the picture is not entirely optimistic. The greatest pressure usually comes from food, housing, and employment. Although recent inflation has not been extremely high, prices can still fluctuate due to drought, energy costs, and seasonal factors. In April 2026, annual inflation stood at 1.7%. Food prices rose slightly, while some essential categories such as transportation increased more sharply. Prolonged drought has also severely reduced livestock numbers, with cattle and sheep falling by about 38%, according to some reports, directly affecting rural incomes and food prices. The cost of living also varies significantly between regions. Major cities such as Casablanca, Rabat, Marrakesh, and Tangier are more expensive because they concentrate jobs, tourism, and real estate activity. By contrast, smaller cities and rural areas have lower living costs but fewer job opportunities. The World Bank has emphasized that Morocco still needs to focus on improving job growth, reducing inequality, and narrowing the urban-rural gap. The cost of living in Morocco is not simply a question of being cheap or expensive. It reflects the gap between economic growth and the real purchasing power of ordinary people. Morocco is both modern and still struggling with everyday challenges, and that is the most complete and realistic picture of the country. Number 10. More than just a desert kingdom. Looking back at everything we have just explored, it is clear that Morocco is not a country that is beautiful only because of its desert or ancient cities. What makes Morocco stand out from many other countries is the way its contrasts blend together so naturally. Here, you can see centuries-old traditional markets standing beside modern seaports, the spice-filled streets of the Medina leading into global trade routes, and the harsh Sahara Desert existing alongside the snow-capped Atlas Mountains. Morocco is also special because of its layered cultural identity. This is not only a land of Arab and Islamic culture, but also one with deep Amazigh roots, along with influences from Andalusia, Africa, and the Mediterranean. It is this cultural fusion that creates a Morocco unlike anywhere else, from a glass of mint tea offered to guests, a slow-cooked tagine, and a plate of couscous shared at a family meal, to music festivals, horse riding traditions, ancient markets, and traditional craftsmanship. But Morocco does not live only in the past. The country is transforming through Tanger Medport, the automotive industry, clean energy, digital transformation, and its ambition to become an economic gateway between Europe, Africa, and the world. Yet behind that development, there are still very real challenges. The cost of living, employment, drought, the gap between cities and rural areas, and the distance between economic growth and people's everyday lives. That is why Morocco is not simply a beautiful destination for travel. Morocco is a story of how people live amid harsh conditions, preserve their traditions, and still try to move toward the future. If you had to choose one image to represent Morocco, what would it be? The Sahara Desert, the blue city of Chefchaouen, a tagine pot, a glass of mint tea, or the colorful ancient markets? Leave your answer below, because perhaps every perspective opens up a completely different Morocco.